I felt I was gonna die if I was going to wait like 8 more hours. So I was like, no, I'm definitely testing it right now. So I rushed into the bathroom. I checked it. I was in suspense. Like I just could not wait. And my heart was like beating and beating. Like I just hope I'm not pregnant. I hope I'm not pregnant. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chidi and I'm a lifestyle vlogger. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button and like and also share my videos. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys how I got pregnant in medical school. Yes, you heard right. And okay, so guys, I don't know, a lot of you guys may not know that I'm in medical school here in the UK, and I got pregnant in my 3rd year of medical school. So that was in 2018. Yes, so it was in 2018, winter time in 2018, I got pregnant. Okay, so how did I find out? After our professionalism ceremony. So we have this thing we do in medical school in 3rd year where we have a professionalism ceremony. Basically, that's what it's called. And we are sort of like recognized as professionals. So after that ceremony, it was like a really good one. I'm going to insert some pictures and videos of that day. So it was a very, very, very interesting day. We had so much fun. And after that, we went out clubbing with my friends. So I think it was 2 days after that day, I noticed that I hadn't seen my period for that month. So basically, that I missed my period. So I just pregnancy started coming to my head. I'm like, my period is pretty irregular. So, and I missed it for like, I think it was the 2nd day of the missed period. So I started getting a bit worried. But I just tried to like wait a bit more, like 2 days more, and just see what happens. So after 2 days, so that's in total like 4 days after my period, and I think that's when it dawned on me that something is not quite right. So I informed my husband and we decided to like, test for pregnancy basically. So so we went out, we drove out to the pharmacy and we got the pregnancy test. And when we got to the house, I think it was a Sunday actually. It was a Sunday in October 2018. So when we drove out, we got the pregnancy test, and then when we got to the house, I quickly rushed to the toilet to just check. I was supposed to actually like maybe probably wait till the next day and just use the the first morning to make the results more accurate. But I was just too impatient. I just wanted to find out. I was like, nah, I can't wait. I felt I was gonna die if I was going to wait like 8 more hours. So I was like, nah, I'm definitely testing it right now. So I rushed into the bathroom. I checked it. I was in suspense. Like I just could not wait. And my heart was like beating and beating. Like I just hope I'm not pregnant. I hope I'm not pregnant. Like it just kept on going on in my head. Anyway, after some seconds, I just found out I was pregnant, and I was shocked to say the least. Anyway, so I called in my husband quickly to tell him, like, babe, I'm pregnant. And he did not believe me. He was like, nah. I'm like, I'm pregnant, babe. I was like, all right, show me then. And then I showed him the test strip because the second line was so faint. That's why he couldn't believe it. He was like, no, that is so faint. I can literally see it. I was like, you know what, because prior to that, I've been following lots of pregnancy groups on Facebook. I don't even know why I was following pregnancy groups on Facebook. I did not plan it. I did not anticipate to get pregnant, but I just did not understand why I was like glued on pregnancy groups on Facebook. All those TTC groups and all that. So I was just following them on Facebook. And I just seen that people have said there in the past, if you see a second line, even the faintest indicates a positive pregnancy test. So that just stuck to my head, and that was why when I saw the second line, I'm like, yep, I'm pregnant. So my husband, he was still not convinced. So we decided to like, you know, go to the GP. Obviously, like before now, I didn't really know how to verify pregnancies. Like I've never been pregnant before, so I wasn't aware of how like it was verified. So my husband and I decided to like, you know, book an appointment with the GP because we were hoping that the GP was going to like verify this pregnancy for us. So the next day I booked an appointment with the GP, and you know, we just went in, we said to the GP, oh, I've done this pregnancy test and this is what it says I'm positive for pregnancy, and I've got the test here with me, but we're not sure, we just want you to verify that I'm actually pregnant. So the GP just looked at us like, so you've actually done the test at home? Like, yeah. And she was like, and it says you're pregnant? I'm saying yes. She was like, yeah, that's all you need. It was just so funny, and my husband was like he was like speechless, because I think he was expecting that like they would like take a blood test and, you know, confirm my pregnancy and all that, but I think they just take the home test, pregnancy home test as being valid anyway, so they don't do anything extra. Well, in my own case, nothing extra was done for me. I was just told I was pregnant, and I was asked to register with a midwife. So guys, that's how I found out I was pregnant, and prior to that, I didn't really have any symptoms, to be fair. So obviously, like, that's why I was more shocked about being pregnant. And around that time, I also realized I was like 7 weeks gone. I eventually bought the digital test, the Clear Blue, which shows you when you've conceived and how far along you are. So, and I think it showed me like 3 weeks plus conception date, and then that means I was like 5 weeks plus at the time I found out. So that was it. So I registered with the midwife and I got my first appointment booked. And so in terms of like breaking the news to my parents and their reaction. So around that time, so I found I was pregnant in October, and we usually go back home to London for Christmas holiday. And that was around when I informed my mom I was pregnant. So before the Christmas holiday, obviously, like, I speak to my mom on the phone like almost all the time. So we'll speak on the phone, we'll talk about different things, and I and my husband, we agreed to, like, you know, just make it a surprise, keep it to ourselves, and eventually inform them when we get back to London for Christmas. So that was the plan. So I was just struggling so much to keep it to myself, because, you know, it's so difficult, especially for myself. Like, I find it difficult keeping things to myself. Like, I'm someone that prefers to like share things with people. Like, I've literally find it difficult to keep things to myself. So, but this one, like, my husband was like, you know what, you have to keep it to yourself. You have to keep it to yourself. We'll like tell my parents it's going to be a surprise, it's going to be a lovely thing, and it's around the Christmas holiday as well. So I really tried my best. So anyway, I'm waffling a lot now. So like before the Christmas holiday, like me and my mom, we were like always on the phone talking to each other, and we talk about different things. My mom would like, you know, talk about pregnancy and stuff, and my mom would always tell me, I know you're a full-time student, I know you're doing medicine, you're trying to, like, you know, focus on getting this degree right now, but at the same time, if you ever get pregnant, I would want you to keep it, like, do not ever think of doing anything else, just keep the baby, there will always be a way. She always told me that. And she was telling me that, like, when I was already pregnant. I already knew I was pregnant when she was saying all that, but I just wanted to keep it to myself, just like to make it a surprise. Anyway, fast forward to like Christmas holiday, we went back to London, and I and my husband decided to like break the news on Christmas Day. So on Christmas Day, when we were like having our Christmas dinner, and we're at the table, and then, you know, wrapping our Christmas presents. So that was when I had my scan. So I'd gone for my scan before the Christmas holiday. So I put the scan in an envelope, and I just bought some very nice thing off a website that you probably use to like announce pregnancy. So it had my baby scan, and it had like some sort of cloth that had something written on it, like grandma something 2019. So if I have the picture, guys, I'll insert there so you can see what I'm on about. So when we are, you know, sharing Christmas presents and all stuff, and then I said to my mom, oh, we've got Christmas present for you, basically. And then we give her the stuff. So she was like opening it. And you know what? She didn't really know what to look out for, obviously, because my mom probably in their own time, they didn't really have, I don't know if they had scans, if they had scan results, I don't know. But she didn't know what she was looking at. Then it was like my sister that said to her, oh look, it's a baby scan, they are pregnant. And that was when she like realized what she was supposed to be looking at. So yeah, she was happy, she was excited for us, and she was a bit gobsmacked because obviously like she just could not believe
I hit that from
her for like, you know, 2 months plus, I think. So she was very surprised about it, but nevertheless very happy about the pregnancy. Then I'm just gonna go on now to tell you guys how I informed the medical school. So when I returned back in January, I was a bit worried because we usually have our exams in June, and I already checked the whole thing. So I was gonna be around 32, 33 weeks. Not even 33 weeks, sorry guys. It was around 35 weeks around my exam, you know, times and stuff. So I was a bit worried because in medical school we do written exams and we do practical exams, which we call OSCEs. So, you know, I was naturally you get worried about stuff, and you know, I was just thinking in my head, how am I gonna, you know, manage, you know, I'm pregnant and stuff. And it's not something that is very common in medical school. You don't really find a lot of people, like a lot of medical students, you know, pregnant is not very common. So I was a bit worried, one, like that would be the only person pregnant in the whole year. Not even in the whole year, it might even be the whole school at that time. So I was very worried. Two, I was worried how other people, my colleagues, how are they gonna like look at me? Am I gonna be a hot topic? You know, things like that. I was just very worried. And then I was also worried, how is the medical school gonna take it? Will I get enough support? You know, I was just very worried. And it's also very worrying when you haven't actually seen people that are pregnant before, so you don't know what's been done for them, you don't know how how the medical school manages stuff like that. So I decided to like book an appointment and go see someone in the student services and just, you know, speak to them about my concerns and see what can be done. So before that day I was like so you know, I was just worried, you know, I was just worried about everything. But I went in on the appointment day and I spoke to this student support officer, and I just said to her, oh, I'm pregnant, this and everything. I just told her everything, and wow, she was very kind. Like the reaction I got was mind-blowing. I did not expect that. So she was like, oh, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Oh, we're gonna have like a medical school baby. That's what she's just said to me. And every year we always like have a baby every year anyway. So don't worry about it. And then she went on and told me all the support I will get, like, you know, being pregnant as a medical student, what the school can do for me regarding like adjustments during exams and, you know, everything. And then they went on also to ask me if I was all right with my current placements. And they were just generally helpful, like during the first meeting, like it was so helpful, I cannot fault it at all. So I left that meeting feeling very relieved and, you know, just happy that at least things were going to be sorted out for me. So that was that. Then, so how did I cope with being pregnant, sorry. So obviously like in my third year, and people know like in medical school, like from third year you go on placement. So basically it's mostly clinicals. So in my third year, I did my surgery placement first. So it was really the surgery placement that I got pregnant. So, and I had 4 more placements to go on. So it wasn't too bad for me, if I remember correctly. I was able to manage okay, I think, except for one day. So I think I was on, I'm not sure what placement it was on, but like we were going on ward round that morning, and then I started to feel very dizzy. So I think I was 6 or 7 months gone at that point. So I was feeling very dizzy, like I literally felt like I was going to collapse. Like that was how bad it was. And then I just literally just ran off. I just excused myself from the consultant. I ran off, went into the room and just sat down. And you know, later on they came to ask me what was going on. I just said to them, oh, I'm pregnant, I'm feeling very dizzy and all that. But after that, I drank some water, I got myself, and that was the only incident I think I got during placement that wasn't positive in terms of like, you know, coping with pregnancy. Like it was okay the whole time. Like I didn't really have any issues. being on placements while pregnant. It was just okay. And then I'll go on to talk about like exams and studying during pregnancy. So obviously, like I told you guys, I got pregnant in October. My exams are usually in June. So I actually started on time to revise. And to be honest, I didn't really have any issues in terms of like studying whilst pregnant. It was just, my pregnancy I think wasn't that bad for me. I didn't really have any significant symptoms. So I was able to manage most things without having to, worry about things. So it was really okay. And so I usually like, in terms of studying, just started on time to study. And obviously I didn't want to have issues with exams. I didn't want to have to resit the exams because my due date was in June. And obviously I didn't want to come back to resit the exams around my due date. It wasn't going to be feasible. So I didn't really want that at all. So I tried my best. I started revising on time, just tried my best. I just had in my mind, I just have to pass this first time. Like, I don't really want any delays. I didn't want to repeat the year. I don't want to resit exams. So these are all the things I had in mind. And that was what actually motivated me to actually sit my ass down and revise and study hard. So in terms of adjustments from the medical school, for the written exams, they gave me like an extra 2 hours or so, and I was sat in a different room with other students who had like different special circumstances that meant they had like extra time during exams. So that was the adjustments they made for me, which was really great. And also on the exam day, part of the adjustments was like I could take regular breaks during the exam. So if I wanted to go to the toilet, drink water, just walk around, I was allowed to do that as well, which was very helpful. Although I didn't really need that during the exam. I was fine like the whole time. But it was also good to know that you had such if needed. And then during the OSCEs, so the OSCEs is the practical exam. So basically during OSCEs is the one you move around, move through different stations, and sort of like speak to patients when you have like examiners marking you on different things. So it's another different exams we do. So during that exam, obviously I was worried about that one as well, like in terms of moving around, but it was all right. It wasn't too bad. I was able to move around. Like I didn't really feel tired or too stressed. So in that one, I didn't really have any adjustments for that one. I just did with it. I did like under normal exam conditions. So I'll just move around with other people, and it was fine. It was okay. Yeah, I don't think I was really stressed about that one. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you found that very helpful and interesting. Please don't forget to like and comment on my video and subscribe to my channel. Bye.